Why doesn't properties have the other thing? Default. Okay. So the issue, I don't know what it even sounds like right now. Is this blaring loud or horrible right now? How bad is the sound right now? You should be able to hear me again. The issue appears to be this. Okay, you can hear me now. How bad is the audio, though? Right now I'm using the webcam as my mic, which isn't the best, but I guess for now that will work. I have no clue why my normal mic is not working, but we will address that later. Anyways, let's get into things. Okay, it's good? That's good then. Yeah, I'll see what's up with the other thing later, but that will work for now, I guess. Anyways, let's get into Red Guild War Day. So let's redo the whole intro. Hello, everyone! I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, Week 33, Day 1. It is a red day, and today we were going to be going over the Q&A stuff, but they didn't do it yesterday, they didn't do it today, and it appears to be delayed for several more days. Hopefully they get it done before Christmas, or else I might not be able to cover it. But yes, they will be doing all the Q&A stuff, so yeah. Hopefully that will all go well when they do it, and we'll definitely make sure to answer all the questions. They have at least a dozen that they're going to be doing, if not more. And it should be interesting once they get around to it. Quite a few interesting questions in there. Look at your question from above. What was your question from above? There was a lot of chatter from above from when we were trying to fix it. What specifically was your question? Could you by any chance leave it again? Because it is completely... oh wait, do you think... oh, that was the first question I was asked. Do you think Dark Troll, Infernus, Elamagrim, and Jotnar would work on a red day? Yeah, I don't see why not. That would be perfectly fine. That's normally what you replace the Infernus with if you don't have a Infernus. So that works. Okay, anyways, let's get into the battle. Same kind of standard stuff as usual. Not going to use the Dragon team this time around. I believe I still have Bard set, so this will be good for now. So let's get into it. What do we need here? Probably right into the red. Not going to bother with the skull, even though we do need a stun, but maybe we'll get one naturally. But what I need is my main priority is all of the mana. So we'll do that, get our double brown. He takes them away, though. We only have 7 to work with. I might want to wait a turn before I go and take yet another. So we're going to take some reds here. He does not take a brown, so that's really good for us. A couple more got added, so we are going to go for it. We do miss, however, and he is going to get a little bit of value there. He has frozen one of our colors, though it is not purple, so we are still safe on the purple, which is nice. So we could try using that. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't really do that at the moment, so we'll just have to take ourselves a red or brown. I guess we go for a red because it still has a drop chance off of it, so we'll go for that. Don't get anything out of it. Skull I don't need. I might just take these greens just so he has less to work with on this following turn. And he just goes for the skull instead. Doubling of the purple. We are unfrozen on everything, so I guess we give it a shot now. And we pretty much miss. And he, of course, hits. That is quite unfortunate. We are now frozen on red and purple, which is a little bit worse because now we can't do our Elamagrim loop, at least before we could. Though, however, we can still do that without losing our turn, which is nice. It just, we can't go into the troll. So we're a little bit disabled there. We can technically cast it if we want, but it will end our turn once we do. Unless we get a lucky cascade somewhere, which we'll try for. But no, we do indeed miss it. And we'll just have to go and start Elamagrimming him. So move that over. We're not frozen on blue, so we can't take that. We are still frozen on purple, so we will lose our turn here, but we get quite a bit of damage, so it doesn't really matter. Going to use Infernus here since he has a lower chance of extra turning, since we're not going to be able to anyways. Oh, never mind. Well, there he goes, right on the yellow. Perfect. And then we'll do that again into one more Elamagrim, and that should be the match. Really shaky battle, but it does indeed go down. Oh, there was another question above? Wait, there was 2? What was your second question? Let's see. What was your second question? I know, that was the longest hello everyone we ever did, or the longest delayed. It took like 9 minutes into the stream before you could say hello. Oh, gosh. But yeah, which question were you referring to, Maximuse? Also, hello, Italo, welcome. Actually, I didn't say all the hellos because we were muted when I started doing it. Hello, Maximuse, Questor, Bridget, Vlad, Loro, War, Patrick again, Maximuse, Rap, Pandemonium, Roland, Scoobert, as well as Lowlights, Barang. Are you on a laptop? If so, try switching to the built-in mic. Oh no, the built-in mic is absolutely horrible on this thing. Though technically I could use that if I truly had to. But no, the internal mic is horrible on this. Right now we're just using the camera mic, the webcam mic that is. I should probably start talking towards them. I'm like talking to this mic as if it's actually working. Yeah, that's my mic now apparently. Who else did I not say hi to? I think that was everyone. Okay. Also, hello, Otello! Oh, never mind, I already answered your question. There we go, good to go. But yeah, you can use a Ural in here. I obviously don't, because Elmagrim is way better if you happen to have it. But it will still work if you have a Ural. It's just not ideal. That was what I used to use before Infernus existed, just this exact team with the Ural there. No difference. And then it was even weaker too, because it didn't have the Troll buff yet. It also didn't have the Infernus buff at the time, when we first started using it. So he's already stunned. I think I'm going for another Skull just because I hate Scion. So we'll just keep poking it until it dies. That's pretty much the way to go here. I do not want that Scion doing anything to us. Perfect. Wow, super perfect. Oh, you know what? We can't take that for double reduction anymore. So I'm going to take this down and hope we get a drop. Oh, never mind. I can't even do that because then it goes right into a green. Oh, well, I'm still doing it. Down it goes. We'll take the yellow there. Get another skull, apparently. We're getting a lot of skulls at this point. I could try taking the red and try for a skull. Oh, could take the green, too. Though we didn't actually need the color. So I guess what we just did was fine. What do we go for here? Red into a purple would be great. Ooh, so close. Unfortunately, it just gives him the extra turn instead. So we'll take our own purple there. Double the brown or wait a turn? I think we wait. It looks like we could get a slightly better board than what we currently have. Okay, well, there we go. Now we have 9. Well, that didn't really improve it much, but it improved the location as far as where we can extra turn. So, even though it didn't really add much, it gave us a better alignment. So we'll take that. Looks like we'll do the same for purple, though now it's slightly worse alignment. And it does show by the pure miss right there. He doesn't have Famine yet, though. Even after he does Ragnargord, he still should not have a Famine yet. So we'll do that, double the brown, assuming it lives. Or assuming we even get a turn. Don't you dare double extra turn. Oh! No. We needed that. Okay, well, what's the backup plan here? I guess we extra turn that, move that over, take a skull. That better not die to Death Mark. And then we just take a purple to a skull, Death Mark him. Hopefully he'll die to that. And we'll go from there. And even if that does die, we could technically still win off of the double loop there. Oh, we got another skull, nice. Or maybe that isn't nice, because that redoes his Death Mark thing, making another one-turn delay. What do we go for? I guess we keep the purples on the board and just go and keep denying his brown, so we get full mana, and then we can just double. There we go. And is that a good enough board? Not really. Probably still going to go for it, though. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, as long as he doesn't Death Mark us again. So we'll move that over, get our purples. Is there anything better that we could do? Yeah, so purple into a red. Oh, but that gives him 5 times purple. Oh, no, it doesn't. Wait. Does it? No. No, it doesn't give him any extra turn, I think. Yeah, we're good. That's fine. Though, what's not fine is the fact that Famine has full mana right now, and I have no way of stopping it. That is not good. I could try staircasing here and hope we get lucky. That or just take the purple and try for the green. Though that won't actually give us full mana into anything. Is there anything I can take that does not give us mana? I can't take that green, because either way I take it gives us purple. I can't take... Oh, I can take the yellow. But that gives us an extra turn purple. Okay, I'm just going to have to try for the extra turn. I didn't get it. It gave even more mana to us. Well, there we go. Stuck with those two. That is very unfortunate. But should still be able to win off of it. So we'll take that purple. Let's get Elmagrim going at this point. That's enough to kill it out. Or should be, yeah, way more than enough. So once we kill the Famine, that's the scheme right there. Only problem is we can only really get up by purple, so keep finding them somewheres. No skull to take. I would take that if it was actually enough damage. Or if we even had one as an option, because we don't even have that. Well, he'll take one. Oh, nope, he doesn't even go for it. Death Mark can't affect him, so that's perfectly fine that he does that. We'll just have to Elmagrim into his skull. Not going to bother with the skull here, because he's already going to die regardless. You could actually win this with just a death. That would be really sad if that ends up happening here. But he is getting dangerously close to that actually happening. I think it's mainly because of how many of these guys we actually missed of the trolls right now. We are on an extremely huge missing streak. Good thing it only has 5 attack at least, but it's still doing 2 HP per turn. So we are on a time limit on how much time we could spend against this thing. Oh, come on, stop getting lucky off the top of the board. How many extra turns do you want? Okay, we'll move that down. That's basically 0 attack now. We'll go take the skull. This will also death mark it. Oh no, never mind. All undead now have immune to death mark, so we can't death mark it. We'll go and move that down just to reduce it down. Take the skull poke. Move that brown. Almost full mana. One of these 2 skulls we'll take. Probably the one that gives us purple. Or do we? Yeah, I guess I will. Because he might take it otherwise. So he'll do that. Oh! And he actually gets the kill! 0 HP death gets the kill. Wow. I was not expecting that. Well, that will be what happens when you miss a billion times with a Rock Troll, Dark Troll. What did he end up beating us with? The standard Scion, Rag, Famine, Death? I believe that's what it was. That's actually what I have set as my normal default defense team. Very annoying. Well, do we need to go switch over to the other red team now? I do have a slightly safer red team than this, but it requires us to use the Dragon Hero class, which I didn't want to have to switch into. We even have Paragon bonus right now, too. That's pretty sad. Our one of our first battles is a Paragon, and we already lost it. That is unfortunate. Let's see. But yeah, I didn't even show that. I think I mentioned it at the beginning, but of course we didn't have mic audio then. We are Paragon right now, even though we're not playing like one at the exact moment in time. But we are indeed... Well, there we go. That's what it's supposed to do. I'll just keep doing that. But we are the Paragon right now if we go check our thingy. If we go just backtrack in 1 second. Let's see. If we go over here. I should say we were. A pitiful 1 lose already. But yeah, we're the Paragon this week for our guild. Not anymore, though. We already got a lose. Generally, even 1 lose will make it so you won't get Paragon PvP reward. I'll take that. Feels weird having the PvP reward show up there. I'm still not used to that whatsoever. But let's go back to Guild Wars and not fail like we did on the second battle. And just keep progressing. Wait. Okay, never mind. That's fine. He's using the Dwarven thing. This one isn't too bad against this team, unless it hits Elamagrim. In which case, yeah, then it's bad. As long as it doesn't go for the Elamagrim, we should be good. Hello, Anthony! Welcome! Welcome, welcome. So does the audio right now actually sound like it normally does, pretty much? It's kind of interesting. Last I recall, the that mic audio wasn't as good, but it could just be because it's the stream, so it might not pick up as much of a difference between the main mic. But I know in recording videos that it definitely made a big difference. You know, I've never actually used that for, you know what, this I think is the first time we're even using that thing. I have tested it before in the past, but I've never bothered specifically using it for anything. Because before we had the headphones, and then we just switched right over to this mic, this one. And I never actually used the webcam, because I bought the webcam for webcam purposes, not for the mic. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I think this is the first time we're ever using it for a video or stream. Even though I have tested it in the past, I just never actually uploaded anything with it. Well, we'll throw the Elamagrim. See what else we can get here. Another Elamagrim. Throw the Infernus. And what else we need here? Just throw down the double browns. Get another Ellie, and it should be good to go. Oh, why do you live? Well, we'll go for 1 more poke. Oh, I could have just skull poked it! Oh, wait. I can still skull poke it. Well then. Why? AI has been acting really weird lately. It's been doing super weird moves like that, where it just leaves something that is super, super obvious. Normally it's good for us, though sometimes it's just really weird what they do. Okay, he's using a dwarf team, but he threw a Valkyrie in it. That is also interesting. I would not expect someone to actually run a Valkyrie in that team. Though that could be slightly annoying given the fact we don't use blue. So maybe I'll go switch into the other one. No, let's stick with this. No, I probably should be switching to my Dragon Hero class though. When we do red days, just so we do have a second option. Because there are some teams, particularly anything with a Queen Mab, that I would prefer not using this team with. Or team against. So, there's no quick mana we need, or that we can get. We need all of them. This green will give us nothing. And it will give it a free extra turn yellow. And it will give it a skull. Well, here you go. It seems to be the only move. For whatever reason, like I said, it just leaves us free stuff, so thank you. AI. Much appreciated. We'll take the double brown right there, and that is pretty much match if we don't miss. Will we break the miss curse? Yeah, we broke it. There we go. And now we just auto-win. Assuming we get the mana, that is. They throw that. Another Element Grim. Double the purple. Another Element Grim into Infernus, into Almost Dead or Dead. Almost Dead. And then just one more, if it lets me, and down it goes. Well, that was an extremely smooth day, other than the battle that completely failed. It's like perfect, horrible, perfect, 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 and perfect. Well, how much did that cost us? Quite a bit. That cost us around 1,500 points. Probably more towards 1,400, actually. I don't think this would have been higher than a 9,400 day. So it cost us about 1,400 points today, getting that one lose, unfortunately. So, yeah, quite a bit of points, but oh well. We are in bracket 2 right now, which is even sadder that I end up losing. But this also means that we should overall be winning more. If you don't take me as an example. But overall, we should be winning more, not less. So that should be fine. We are most likely still in the top 2, assuming that both of these, or either of them, are close to doing all their battles or have done all their battles. There's currently no way to see that. That's actually one of the questions that's being asked next Q&A as well, is if they're ever going to add a progress bar to see all the guilds. Currently, you can only see your opposing guild's progress. But there was a question that they will be answering next Q&A on if they're going to be adding basically a screen like this, but for every single guild. So that, for example, you could just go right here, and we could see how many battles Martha's Guardians has done, and Riddick Club, and all that kind of stuff, so we know, just so we know. Because right now, there's no way of knowing. The only guild you ever know is the opposing guild on the current day that you're against them. That is the only time you ever know what the other guild's progress is. And even then, you don't know what their total progress is. For example, on day 3, they could say, like over here, it could be 135 out of 150, but it could be that they've had 3 people the entire week that hasn't done any battles at all, and then they could come in on Sunday and then do all their battles. So it's not really even a good representation then. But, yeah, there's been many questions on if they will ever expand on that. Hopefully they will. Would be pretty convenient. Let's see. Hello, Nautical. Welcome. Never mind, that's all of them. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions, team builds you want me to do, anything of the such, feel free to leave them in chat, and we'll definitely make sure to go over all of them. Let me go do dungeons real quick. Clear through those, get our resources. It is a green day for dungeons. We'll just throw the little birds at it. Actually, they're both not a bird. One's a bird, one is a... I don't even know what it is. What would you consider that? A tree? A tree spirit thing? Not quite sure. But we'll throw that down. Get our explosion. Almost extra turn there. But we'll throw that into damage, into another cast, into hopefully the win. There we go. And Rowan will be enough for clear. A tree spirit thingy. And down goes that. Into the other 2. And hopefully Fairish Raw next week. It's going to be like 2019 by the time we get Fairish Raw into Soulforge again. I would not be surprised if it takes that long for him to reappear in the Soulforge. So we'll throw down a Rowan here. Get the splits. Get another split. And then we'll just throw that into a Firebomb then. Into whatever will kill. Of course you revive. Good job. I forgot that you can even revive a Dryad. What does that even do that? I believe it's the, that green-yellow has the ability to do that. I forget what it's called. Yeah, you, Archdruid. 25% chance to summon a Dryad on death. I almost forgot that is even a thing. You know, that would actually be a really good trait if it was placed on something that was actually useful. Like, for example, if Gloomleaf had this trait, well, then again, all of its traits are already pretty good, but, if something had this trait, it wouldn't be that bad. A Dryad is a much better summon than a Ancient Horror. Yet she's the only thing in the entire game that has Nature Pact, whereas a billion things have the Daemon thing. Like if we look up Nature Pact right here, Nature Pact, she's the only one. But if we look up something like, oh, what's it called? Actually, I think it's just called Pact. But if we look up Demonic Pact, there is 8. 10. There are 10. There are 10 drips with Demonic Pact. There's only one with the Archdruid thingy thing. Oh wait, never mind. There's only 9. 9 of them because she also showed up. It must be called a something pact with the Dryad as well. But yeah, it's 9 to 1. There are 9 things with a demonic pact. There's only one with the pact that ends up creating a little Dryad thingy. They should definitely add more Dryads. You almost lost dungeon today to Wolf Garrick. I can see that happening. The final dungeon can be difficult sometimes, particularly to, well, just anything. But particularly to accounts that might not have, like, full upgraded teams or anything. Normally we breeze through it like they're nothing, but the second, particularly the third battle in them, can be difficult at times when using lower statted troops, because they just don't kill them quick enough as you might need. But yeah, Wolf Garrick, doesn't he get like a double devour or something? He gets just gigantic if he ends up getting a cast-off. He might be one of the stronger ones as well. I know him, Guard's Avatar, and I believe Death were actually really, really, really strong if they get too out of hand within a dungeon. Realistically, that doesn't normally happen, but it can. Also, Dokkaefer is really annoying in dungeons if he ever gets a cast-off. He ends up summoning an entire board of giant spiders, which just makes it annoying to kill, particularly if you're running with skull spam on accident for whatever reason against it. It would take forever to actually kill him by means of skull spam, though realistically no one would do that. And even if they did, they'd probably be using like Sakima or something, which would probably be able to target him down, and then once he's dead, he won't be able to summon anymore. But like skull spams that only hit from the front are really annoying against them. You made it with Dark Troll and Furnace Elmagrim Jotnar for 9,000 points. You did better than us. Congratulations. I'll throw it on the yellow there. Yeah, I can't believe I lost that. We lost to a death with 0 attack. What do we even move here? There's no way to get full mana, is there? I could try for an extra turn. Go! Nope, no extra turn. No extra turn for you. Let's take the Brown over, I guess. Get our Gorgulfa rolling, and he missed. Good. Now we can just throw that down into getting the win. Start getting our Fair Shra. We did not have any Dragon Soul down yet, though. So first things first, let me just get rid of some of this. And then we'll go throw a Dragon Soul. Unless we have Fair Shra alignment right now, which we actually do, except we're frozen on purple, so never mind. We're not going to go for that yet. I do want to get it at least once, though, before the battle ends, just so we get our souls that we need. And now would be the time to go for it, even though we could technically win just by casting Dragon Soul, but I want to get our little bit of extra souls in there, and then kill it out with the Dragon Soul. And down it goes. Get all of our souls. Gotta get every last soul. With a Fair Shra, it does matter a little bit more. Because that little bit of gap is, I think, about 30 souls with a Fair Shra on the team. Normally it would only be about 14, I think it is, somewhere around there. I don't even recall the exact amount. But that little bit of gap, because normally a double Dragon Soul is only 30 out of your 40 mana, or 30 out of your 40 souls, and then you get an additional 4, so that's 34 out of your 40 souls that you need. And then Fair Shra or something else, or just a third Dragon Soul cast can cover the rest. A double Fair Shra does give you full souls, though, but very rarely would you actually do that unless you get a him to full mana into him replenishing himself back into full mana. Would be the only time that would actually happen, though. So right here, we're going to... What do we even get rid of here? I almost just want to take the blue into his skull. I think we're going to do that. Just do that. Get a nice AoE into him. Probably out for red. Get that down. Get our purples. Throw that into a Dragon Soul. It's going to get an Furnace, though, and reduce a lot of our attack, though I don't believe we're actually going to be using that value, really, at all. Let's move all these. Get everything out the way. A lot of extra turns. Almost nothing that uses it, though, on this particular team. Fair Shra, do you have alignment? No, you do not. So, okay, we'll smooth that over. Oh, wait, did you have alignment? I think that was just sitting there and I didn't even take it the previous turn. I would not be surprised, but we'll go kill that out. And throw that into there. No extra turn, and then just Dragon Soul would kill, or anything at this point. So have a Dragon Soul. And that should hit at least 2 skulls, and yes it does. We even get an extra one. And down he goes. If Fair Shra ever shows up, going to Soul Farm non-stop, I know. I ended up doing that quite a bit when he first came out. I had 3 Fair Shras essentially when he came out. Actually, you know what? I think I had 2 and then I got the 3rd. But yeah, I was using, I think it was Just a standard Dragon Soul Valkyrie double fair Schra, if I'm not mistaken, when he first came out ever. I ended up doing that for a couple weeks. I eventually stopped though, and just went into other content that was occurring. But I do need to get back into the habit of putting a fair Schra in basically every team I ever do. As you guys may have noticed, I haven't been doing that nearly as much as of recently. But they will be answering a question next Q&A stream whenever they do finally get around to it. And that question is, when will they be expanding the Soulforge? So once we get an answer to that, we'll know how much we actually need to go and start panicking about farming resources. Because once they expand Soulforge, there's almost a guarantee that they're going to add another mythic weapon. So that would be another 1.3 million, assuming they do it in the exact same way the previous mythic weapon was added. Which is a lot of souls. It takes upwards of almost 100 hours, really, realistically, to actually farm that many souls. So we're going to move that down. Did we throw another fair Schra? I was hoping just to kill him, but he ended up reviving. So I guess plan B is, sure, cast it again. He dies. Take that for an extra turn. Throw the Dragon Soul into it, and that should be enough damage. There we go. Let's get that one skull in, and down it goes. And we're almost at 1,900 rating, which is actually somewhat bad for a Tuesday. Normally that's a Monday thing. I haven't normally been caring much about that. I know when, in the past, I used to be really paranoid about not having 1,900 on a Monday. These days it doesn't really matter as much. The only times I really cared about it a lot was back when Glory was rarer within the game. These days, Glory is so common compared to how it used to be that I don't normally care about it too much if we happen to be in 1.9k immediately. Maybe earlier on in the game it would make a little bit bigger of a difference since you don't have tributes and everything. But these days, later in the game, I can just go check my tribute, and that's like 100 glory in itself, if not even more, every single tribute I take. So I don't really need to worry about the extra like few that we would get per day from having a max PvP score thing. But way back when the game first started, the only way to gain glory in the entire game was actually via the PvP system, where it would give you a small amount of glory every single day. It was kind of like what diamonds are now, where the only way you could ever obtain them was from doing dungeons every single day. Basically how it was before was the only way you could gain glory, literally the only way, no other method, was to specifically win in PvP, get up your bracket as quickly as possible on Monday, and then just get glory passively through the entire week. Okay, I need to kill him, so we have to throw Fair Schra. I have no choice. Throw that down. Gotta get that out the way, and then we can just throw that straight into a KrissTigger if he'll let us, and down I go. Let's see. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, don't use event keys to try to get a world breaker. There's currently nothing within the event key drop pool, or I shouldn't say nothing, but there's no mythics within the current event key drop pool. Event keys work based on whatever the current event is, and at this current moment in time, the event is for Pride Lands, and there is no mythic within Pride Lands. The only things that you would be getting if you were opening a event key right now would include some ultra rares and epics from a variety of kingdoms, as well as the following troops. Where are you, Pride Lands? You'd also be getting Behemoth as one of the legends, Chimeras, Blade Dancers, Finleys, Rakshans, I think. Yes, you would be getting Rakshans. Salamanders, Sakima, which is the only good drop in the entirety of everything I mentioned so far, Shadowhunter, and Tuskars. And out of all of that, it's basically just Sakima. Possibly also Behemoth, if you still need a copy. But yeah, basically Sakima is the only viable thing within this entire kingdom. Most of the other things are obsolete, though Pride Hunter is used within Guild Wars. I mean, not Guild Wars, within Arena, occasionally, though you don't need a copy of it to use it in Arena. Behemoth is occasionally used as a backline tank with its Impervious. It actually gets the highest HP in the entire game, as far as from extra turns. It gains 8 life per extra turn, plus it has Impervious. And sometimes Shadowhunter is used. The fact that it's 20% this week makes it a little bit more viable. It can hit really high for its first 1 or 2 casts, but everything beyond that, it's pretty useless. So most of the time it's used frontline tank, just to kind of kill it out, get a nice cast or two, and then go from there. Given that Scion uses the exact same colors, normally people just use Scion instead. Is normally the better route to go. But yeah, Sakima is basically the entirety of this kingdom that you would get from event keys. The only thing you need if you were to open event keys this week. She transforms blues to skulls, brown to yellow, deals a really high amount of damage to a single target, boosted by all other ally magic. So if you have like 60 magic among your other 3 troops, that's an additional 30 damage. That would be 56 damage to a single target on top of her double convert. Out of all the double skull spammer convert things, or the skull spammers that can convert double color, she is the strongest out of all 3 of the options. There's currently Forest Guardian, Sakima, and Inferno King. Sakima is basically the best out of them. There are instances where Inferno King may work better because of coloration, and because he's a daemon, but for the most part she is the best of the 3 of them, and one of the best just in the entire game for skull purposes. Yeah, that's the only thing currently in event keys. Do keep that in mind. There is never mythics in the event key, or in the event key drop pool, unless that kingdom specifically has one. And even then, it's only that kingdom specific mythic. So, for example, next week is Glacial Peak, and oh wait, no, next week's not Glacial Peak. Next week is Merlantis, and since Merlantis does not have a mythic in it, there will be no mythic within the drop pool for it. Not even the exclusive one that's going to be coming out this Friday. Also, Mythic this Friday, for any of you that didn't already know. Also, one other thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream, well, technically I did mention it at the beginning of the stream, but I forgot to mention it once we finally got audio working again. But this is the last Tuesday stream for 1 week. I will be going on vacation, starting basically as soon as Christmas. We're doing one last final stream on the 25th, but then I will be gone for a little over a week. And this Tuesday stream is actually the last Tuesday stream for basically the year. Next Tuesday we will be unable to stream, so do keep that in mind. 1 week from now we will not be streaming from basically from the 26th until the 4th, I believe it is, of January. We will not be doing any streams. We'll still have video content and stuff, but as far as actual streams like what we're doing now, we will not be doing. Alright, well, go move that down. See if we can get a fair shra. Throw that over there. Get to not kill because we don't have any souls. Good job. Forgetting to cast the Dragon Soul. Well, at least we got it for extra turn alignment, if nothing else. Move that, move that. See if we can get ourselves a good alignment. Could have actually moved that up one more time. Might have been able to get something for the fair shra alignment. Yeah, I know, it's going to be the longest amount of time we've never streamed by a very long portion. We have streamed basically every single day for almost a year and a half now. With like few exceptions when it was like a holiday or something. But yeah, this will be the longest gap we've ever went without streaming at all. I'm still going to be doing my Guild War requirements, yes. I'll still have time for that. I just won't have all my recording software and stuff with me. And I'll still be posting videos and stuff, but they're all going to be pre-recorded stuff. I'm not going to be doing any recording down there. But yeah, you'll still see me around in like my comment section, on the forum, maybe even in the game a little bit. It's not like I won't be around, it's just I'll have a lot less time to be around, and I won't have all my recording stuff with me. Okay. We'll go throw it down to browns. Take the purple, if I can move it. And just Dragon Soul. And I probably would bring my recording stuff. The only issue with that, though, is the internet at where I'm going would not actually be strong enough to stream off of. So I wouldn't be able to. It'd be worse than the dev stream right now, running off of the Australian internets. It's why I didn't used to stream until I moved down to South Carolina. My internet at my previous house was just horrifically bad. And it was still able to upload videos at a very, very, very slow pace. But it couldn't even remotely stream. Hey, champion! Finally reached its end there. Get our final reward, and it seems we did something event related. What even is the event? Oh yeah, kill reds. Oh, that is such a ridiculously easy event. Oh, there we go, free Finleys. Surprised we haven't already completed it. I guess a lot of people aren't running 4x red defends yet. But yeah, every single team we ever do in PvP, almost guaranteed to have at least one red on it. So there we go, there's the 4x reds I want to see. But it's only a matter of time. Okay, what can we do here? Take the purple to the skull there. And what else? What else? I'm kind of curious what this mic actually sounds like now. Let me see. How can I go and see it for myself? If I go under my Creator Studio, go under live stream, it'll probably have my voice echoing for a second. Let me go see if I can hear it though. Go to events, go click on my own video. I think I can hear, so let me stop talking for a second. Oh, there would be an ad. Hello, ad. Let me mute that. Go away, ad. Let me stop talking for a second. That's actually not too bad. We're almost at 1,900 rating. Oh yeah, that's actually not too bad with my quality then. Sweet, that thing's, okay. Well, now I know if my mic, for whatever reason, stops working, we can use that as an alternative. I'll need to go adjust that later just to make sure everything is okay with it. But yeah, that seems to be working fine from the few seconds I just listened to it. But, yeah, I wasn't actually expecting that. Let's see. We'll throw the browns down. Get herself a fair Shroff. There's alignment, otherwise just Dragon Soul. Yeah, I know, it's definitely not as good as the other mic. I know that for sure. That's the whole reason why we even use the other mic in the first place. Yeah, it's a good backup mic at least. But yeah, I'll try to see if I can get that thing working. I honestly don't have the slightest clue why it just stopped working. It has the red light as if it's working and everything. I don't know what's up with it. Like it's functioning, it's on, it's doing all the normal things I would do. But ever since this morning, this appears to not work. There was some kind of Windows updates, though, last night, actually this morning, that I ended up doing. I'm pretty sure whatever was within that ended up messing up with it. I just updated my drivers during the stream for it, though. There wasn't actually anything to update for it, so they were already up to date. So apparently the drivers aren't the issue. So I'll need to look into it and just see what the issue might be. Maybe just restarting my computer again will fix it. But yeah, I'll tweak around with it later, and hopefully we'll get it working. Oh, what a move, what a move. I guess we take blue. It'll give us full mana. Some of it will go into Ferrous as well. Too bad the extra 2 mana doesn't leak into Ferrous. That would have been quite convenient. Yeah, Ward Breaker is a lot better fully traded than not fully traded. It's not required, but with many troops, it does gain quite a bit of a benefit from actually having its final traits. It's the same way that Dragon Soul and KrissTigger kind of are. They by no means actually require being fully traded to function, but they're just so much better with them. Because at least with a Dragon Soul, you get a lot more survivability. With KrissTigger, you get a lot more everything, particularly the enchant for the extra mana. But there are plenty of troops that can function like though. Wordbreaker is actually probably the best example of how you don't need any traits whatsoever on a troop, like you mentioned, to be able to make it work. Because at least with a Wordbreaker, you have all the explosions, you have all the damage. It's just his trait will give him additional damage and make him anti-Kraken as well, or really anti-Devour. But basically anything that's anti-Devour is essentially anti-Kraken because of how overused Kraken is these days. Well, let's get our souls in there, and hopefully that won't kill, because I actually want to get full souls. There we go. That's actually convenient that we didn't win that time, because we get to use them for the full souls, use it with the Ferrous, and snipe it right out. There we go. If anyone still has any other questions, team builds, anything of the such, feel free to leave them. And as I mentioned, this is the last Tuesday stream until 2 weeks from now, essentially. We move that, take our purple. And as we're going to apply for every single day, so tomorrow is going to be the last Wednesday stream for a while, so on and so forth. We'll go throw that onto a blue. See what else we could do, move the brown over. Get ourselves a Dragon Soul. Wait, do we have Ferrous? No. There's no way he's going to align on that board. It's all checkerboarded. That'd be good if it... It's good when it's checkerboarded if we're trying to spawn gems. It's not good if we're trying to convert, though. It's kind of interesting how that is. I wonder... It's not really something I've tried building before. I would need to double check and see if there's some kind of weird build that we can build out of a convert plus a gem spawn. I know I've built it indirectly without trying to specifically do that, but I'm going to need to look more into that later. Because that is normally one of the bigger weaknesses that either of them would have, is a converter does not like the checkerboard, and a gem spawn does like a checkerboard. So, yeah, they kind of balance out each other on which one you might end up needing at a given moment in time. So if you can't do it with one, you're most likely able to do it with the other option that you have. You didn't finish the dungeons? Wait, did I start them and not even bother finishing them? That would be the first time ever. I don't put it past me that I did forget them, though. Because we probably went to go answer something else, and then I was like, whoops, never came back. That seems about right. I'll go finish them then. Did I forget to buy the thing, or did I just not do the final battle? I'm pretty sure I finished them. That'd be the first time ever that I partially start them and then completely forgot to finish them, if that is the case. Good job. Great memory. I have the best memory. What's a good soul farming team if you don't have Dragon Soul? Triple Warlock Valkyrie. That's always what I end up going with. Warlock is the cheapest thing with Necromancy in the game. It also has decent damage, and Valkyrie, of course, does a decent soul gain, plus a blue convert that will feed all the mana that you need into your Warlocks, so that you can win the battle. Is he serious about to win? I think he is. Especially if he gets another World Breaker down. Well then, that's not good. Let's throw that there, get our kill. It's still winnable. We got this. Maybe I should have went for the skull there instead. What do we do? What do we do? Oh wait, we still can. Put that down. Oh, we did. No! Don't you think that might have been our first PvP lose? Or was it our second? At least we still get the event gems. Give me those event gems, though we're probably going to have way more than enough by the end of this week. Wait, did I seriously start dungeons and not finish them? Yeah, apparently I did. I didn't do the Wolf Garrick battle. Let's see. What does Wolf Garrick do in this mode? Damage an enemy boosted by War Gear allies. Devour a random enemy. Oh, it's not a double devour. It's a 100% chance to do one devour. Oh, so if Wolf Garrick can actually destroy us then if he gets a single cast off, because we're only going to have 2 troops. So if he casts once, we lose. Interesting. Yeah, Valkyrie with 3 times Warlock is basically the standard for soul farming. It's essentially one of the quickest teams that you could possibly use for soul farming that uses 0 Fairish Ras. There are a few other options, and depending on your preference or what you like to use or anything in general, some people like to use it with like Dragon Soul and stuff like that. But personally, my favorite has always been, assuming 0 Fairish Ra, is Triple Warlock Valkyrie. It's also good practice for whenever you do eventually get a Fairish Ra, because the way that you use that team is very similar to how you use a Valkyrie triple Fairish Ra team. Also, if you're using a partial Fairish Ra team where you only have 1 or 2 Fairish Ras, you even use Warlocks within it. If you have 1 Warlock, or if you have 1 Fairish Ra, you use double Warlock Valkyrie Fairish Ra. If you have 2 Fairish Ras, you use double Fairish Ra Valkyrie Warlock. And if you have 3 Fairish Ras, you obviously use 1 Valkyrie with 3 Warlocks. You can also use it with Dragon Soul in any of those instances. I've always had a preference for doing it with Valkyrie, though. Yeah, we go for the purple here. Get him to full mana, and that should be enough damage to kill it. There we go. Oh, can you imagine if that was the Wolf Garrick and he got full mana? That would actually been a little annoying. I think we still would have won, though, because the other split would have just one-shotted at this point. But, yeah, how is he still alive? Go get the red there, go do the final little split, and then go get the jewels for the day. And almost level 1,202, though nothing really interesting happening at that level. It'll be a while before we have something interesting happen at the next level. Also, it's going to be like almost half a year by the time we gain another 99 levels with how the current system is. That's actually the question I end up posting to the Q&A. I don't know if they're going to answer, or they're definitely going to answer it. I don't know why I just said that, but I don't know what their answer is going to be, or when they're going to do the Q&A. But I asked them if they're ever going to rework the leveling system, hero classes, and hero masteries. Because right now it's actually impossible to reach level 10,000. It takes upwards of 100 years. Realistically, it takes probably more towards 200 or 300 years. Obviously, that is impossible for anyone to do. So, yeah, that was one of the questions among all of them. So hopefully they'll see what they actually do with that. What's interesting, too, is there's a EXP tracker in this game that tracks the exact number of EXP that you have, but nowhere can you actually see this number, which is a little bit weird. So it seems like they would somewhat easily be able to change the system since they seem to already have the values there. I never really understood that. They end up changing over to this value system, like you might see at the end of the battle, like, hey, you just got 62 EXP, but what does that even mean? Because there's no EXP that ever shows up. It shows a number that means almost nothing. But it does get tracked for whatever reason. So it's just really odd. Why would you use Firebomb here? Firebomb you use in Explore and Challenges to win quickly, particularly for the purpose of exploring to obtain trait stones. Firebomb is not used for soul farming, normally. I don't know, if anyone has found a really good one with it, that could be the case, but I don't think any soul farming team would ever bother running Firebomb on it, or really anything that tries to win quickly. Well, obviously you're still trying to win quickly, but the whole goal is to get max souls and then win as immediately as possible afterwards. The problem with putting a Firebomb or something similar on your team is it doesn't help you with souls, and it doesn't help you with your soul cap. Generally, when you're doing a soul farming team, you want every single thing on your entire team, regardless of what it is, to be helping with either the acute souls that you accumulate or the soul cap. And if it's doing neither, and only helping you win quicker, that's not necessarily helping you get more souls per hour. Because winning quicker doesn't necessarily mean getting more souls, because the extra 50% that you might be getting from like anything with necromancy or something might end up outweighing the fact that you can win a few seconds quicker. Hello, Techni! Welcome. What do we even go for here? I guess we'll move that over, because why not? Do we go for a Scroll Poke? Because our AoEs won't really hit him anyways. No, because we could just Purple Poke him. And down he goes. Did he seriously just revive? Apparently. So we'll throw a Ferris Raw into that. And, what do we do about this little guy? We have nothing that can go and hit him. Yeah, we do. There we go. Skull. Except that's not enough damage. Oh yeah, I forgot. He has Stone Skin. Oh, never mind. We took away his Submerge. I could have just killed him right there. I don't know why I didn't. Well, we'll kill him with Dragon Soul. The AoE won't hit him, but the other part will. And down he'll go. Oh, you meant against the Wolf Garrick? Oh, I just did that because it would go quicker. But yeah, it's a pretty bad idea to do what we just did against that Wolf Garrick. I didn't really think it would get a cast off, and it didn't end up getting a cast off, so we were fine. But yeah, that is a pretty bad idea to do. I definitely would not advise it if you don't have higher stats. I just do it because it goes quicker. But yeah, it could have easily backfired. One single cast off that Wolf Garrick would have ended us. Okay, oops, I just realized the team that we're even up against. I was about to start playing real seriously, and then it's like, oh, never mind, we're just up against a bunch of Panthers. I almost forgot this thing is even a troop. What does this even do? Oh, it summons an Ice Storm when an enemy dies. This was the second thing that ever ended up getting a Storm on Death kind of thing. It was never really used because there's not enough things that are viable that use Hunter's Mark. It might make a comeback if a reliable Hunter's Mark ever gets added to the game. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. Especially now that they're adding Fairy Fire, which is basically Hunter's Mark, but for magic damage. So they're probably going to focus more on Fairy Fire for a little while, for the next couple months, instead of focusing on Hunter's Mark, which has been neglected like crazy. I think there's 10 troops in the entire game, maybe even less. It's definitely under a dozen that have Hunter's Mark. There's going to be more than that many that show up right now, but that's mainly because there's immunities and stuff like that. As far as ones that actually place it from their ability, though, it is Direwolf, Falconer, Orion, 3. Do you do it? 4. Savage Hunter, 5. 6. You only do extra damage, and 7. There's currently a total of 7 troops that can even place Hunter's Mark currently in the game. And out of those 7, there's basically only 1 that is viable. And that is surprisingly is actually Direwolf. The lowest rarity out of all of them is the most viable. The main reason is he automatically gains an extra turn when there's a bunch of green, and you can easily use this with a Green Seer and other spammers like Yasmin, and just go crazy. But yeah, there's really only 1 viable Hunter's Mark, and it's the lowest rarity out of all of them, which is weird. Umberwolf technically is 2, but generally you use Umberwolf more for his ability than you do for his actual cast. You use him mainly for an Endless Darkstorm than you do for a Hunter's Mark placement. Also, that reminds me, why did I not run Umberwolf today? Oh, because we don't need it for an Infernus team. I should have done that. Also, I need one more copy. We're only one away from Mythic. It feels weird whenever I use him in Guild Wars and he's only at Legend instead of Mythic. Always disappointing. Yes, Firebomb is that good. Firebomb is extremely good. It's definitely not the best troop in the game, but I do enjoy it. It's, I don't know, it just makes teams go so much quicker. You just plop it into something. You can also use it to summon into that location, because you can instantly kill it and then use a summoner, like, let's say, Amnesia or something, to go summon an Inferno King into that slot. So it has a lot of purposes. Normally I just use it for, of course, Guild War rushing, with, like, the Explorer team and stuff. But, yeah, it's quite versatile for a comment. There are a lot of comments, case in point, with these that are actually really good. We'll be covering more of them, too. Excuse me. As suggested from the previous one when we did end up doing it for the commons, I will be going through every rarity and making an updated video for that. I've only ever done it for Legends in the past, but we're going to be doing it for all the rarity. And that will probably be some of them that I'll have up when when I end up going on my little small vacation. A couple of the videos that will be like the best rares, best ultra rares, stuff like that. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to get any further than that, but those will be a couple of them that we'll include. Best rares is probably going to be even more interesting than best ultra rares, I do have to say. Ultra rares is a really weird category. Out of every category in the game, I think ultra rare might actually be the weakest category, if I'm not mistaken. Out of every possible rarity, even common is better than ultra rare, as weird as that may seem. I know there's a few ultra rares that are decent, but overall, if you had to compare like the total troops that are available from every single rarity, I think the order of how good they are is obviously Mythic and Legend as the top, Mythic the best, Legend as the second best, Rares as third, Commons as fourth, and Ultra Rare as fifth, would probably be how I actually place the rarities. Obviously you would think they would be Mythic top and then go all the way down, but that is not actually the case. Also, did I mention Epics? I don't think I mentioned Epics when I just said all of those. Epics is also surprisingly weak for its rarity thing. There are quite a few commons that are better than them, though there are enough utility epics that would still probably place it pretty high because of Ragnagord and stuff like that. And Mercy. That alone, just those two existing in epics kind of brings the whole bracket of them up quite a bit. Not to mention there are plenty of other ones. It's just the biggest issue that epics have in this game is they cost way too much on their traits. Not their soul costs or anything, but their traits specifically are ridiculously expensive for what you actually get, because they spike up compared to an ultra rare by like 400% almost by how many more trait stones they cost, but they don't have any more of a benefit than what lower rarities have. They never get any unique traits like Legends and Mythics get, and they cost at minimum like 3 times more to trait than an ultra rare. So they are overall better, but they're so much more needlessly expensive. Which is, I never really understood that. Yeah, Rowan is a really amazing epic. You get it for free too, which is kind of nice. Out of free epics, oh yeah, I should probably redo that video too on free epics. That has changed a little bit since then. But yeah, Rowan and Azura are absolutely insanely strong free epics. Forest of Thorns and Merlantis. Actually, I'm really surprised with Merlantis. They basically added the best troop in the entire kingdom as the one you get for free. It's the first kingdom ever added to the game where the epic is the best troop, or the free epic that you get is the best troop in the kingdom. Because I shouldn't say that the epic is, because technically Divinian Field's best troop is actually Ragnagord, which is an epic, but it's not the epic you get for free. You end up getting Atlanta for free when you do the questline, not Ragnagord. So even though that kingdom does have an epic as the best troop, it's not the one you get for free, whereas Azura is the one you get for free. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for tonight. I will make sure to try to fix this mic. Hopefully we'll get it working again, because right now we're just using the webcam mic at the moment. It will work, but definitely not as good as using our normal mic. You got a great passive soul farming team for 3 trophy. You're using Dragon Soul, Infernus, Fairshra, and Umberwolf. That actually sounds really nice. Let's go try it real quick before we end out. Definitely sounds decent. Has all the components you need. Has high damage outputs. Might be a little annoying against the Scion, but we could always skip those if need be. Let's see. Dragon Soul. What is the other components we need? Get a Infernus in there. Get the Fairshra, of course. And then we just need an Umber Wolf for the Endless Storm. Oh, it's pure purple too. Is this what you use for purple Guild War Day? Let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm using Umber Wolf for my purple day too these days. I know I have 2 teams set up. I forget what my second one is, but yeah, we have the actually we're almost using the exact same thing. Just instead of a Elmagrim, it's a Farish Ra instead. So let's go roll with this, and yep, that should be good. All correct banner. What banner do you, or all correct things? What banner do you run though? Let's see. Absol banner, yeah, that pretty much makes sense. The same thing I run it on the other one. So yeah, pretty much the same theme, just we're going with a Farish Ra plopped in there. Pretty sure it's the same. Isn't that what we normally purple Guild War Day with? Yeah, it's exactly the same. I don't know why I clicked on it to see the thing. But yeah, that should work. We've run in Guild Wars plenty of times, just without the Farish Ra. So all we really have to do is the same concept, get the Dragon Soul running as quickly as possible, and then just keep exploding from there, and then win. But now we get blue mana as well. So we'll go move that, get ourselves a Dragon Soul, and start tearing things apart, hopefully. So we'll throw that down. I probably wouldn't use this in Guild Wars, though, just out of safety's sake. Though I think this does cover one more cover. Cover one more cover. It covers one more color. Well, let's throw an Infernus in there. Get another Dragon Soul, get a Farish Ra cast. We actually have alignment, too. Never mind, he ruined it. Well, that didn't take long. Let's throw another Infernus. We have alignment. We no longer have alignment. Oh, we got alignment. No longer have alignment. Nope. Denied. A billion times over. Hey, gave it back. Oh, it's still there. Finally. Okay. We'll throw that down. There we go. And another one. Let's let me Infernus first. And just kill him with a Farish Ra. And dead. And there's our max souls. And yes, that did indeed work very, very well. And Umber Wolf is helping quite a bit with the purples onto the board. Let's go try our Revenge. See how it does against a freeze. Should be fine. Nothing really extra turns other than the Farish Ra convert. Well, actually, technically we can extra turn off them, but nothing is planning on extra turning other than the Farish Ra convert. We have no purples or reds, so we'll just take a random move. No purples or reds, so again... we also don't use green, apparently. So move that over. He took my purple away from me. I don't have any mana, so we'll just take a skull. Board gets shuffled. That's to be expected with how horrible it is right now. Get the purple, and that will get the board running now. So we'll get the Dragon Soul down. See if we get a Farish Ra here. Hopefully it'll unfreeze so we can actually turn off of it. How did you do so much damage? What do we need here? Let's move that. Not looking good. He also got a freeze. He's also about to get a Corvash. It looks like we die here. Yep, that appears to be so. I basically have to throw Farish Ra here. I don't have a choice. So we'll kill that. And we have nothing with Mana Shield protection. And now Infernus dies. Everything keeps dying right before it gets to do its cast. We can still win off of just solo Farish Ra if we can get Queen Map killed. Wait, is that even enough damage, though? Oh, never mind. That might not even be enough damage. We could always Umber Wolf into it, though. He needs to miss. We need our mana as well. There is no mana we need off this board. So let's move that. He'll take the red. Board gets shuffled. We'll take a skull into nothing. Yeah, pretty much nothing. Nothing we can go and move unless we get a double red here. That is one red. And then that dies. Oh, he's still got a purple storm, but it looks like it's over. Any way we could redeem this? Doesn't look like it. It looks like a match. Freeze has destroyed us once again. Though at least we got our souls. We still get to keep all of our souls, which is nice. So it dies and rip. I haven't lost to a Justice team for a while. But hey, 248 souls. Still get our soul form out of it. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but oh well, it will happen sometimes. Let's go try it against this again. Yeah, it seems okay of a team. Just gotta dodge those Queen Mabs. Actually, I don't even think it was really the Queen Mab that did it that time. It was mainly just bad luck on the board. So we'll take a extra turn there. Go get a red. Take another red. Let's get a purple if we can, though there's none. Oh, there's one. Never mind. Take that. Get our Dragon Soul, and should be good to go. Oh, that's another thing. We don't have Backline Impervious, too. Is another thing that we're missing from this team. So we do have a little bit of an issue with Krakens. Is that alignment? No, it is not, surprisingly, somehow. With all that board, we did not have alignment, but I'm still going to throw it because I want to kill out Queen Mab, just so we don't have to deal with her anymore. And, oh wait, never mind, we did have alignment. Okay, apparently we did. Never mind. I did not see that. But that's enough off the Ember Wolf. Oh, never mind, it lived, but it had burn, so technically it's still enough. Probably should have threw into more souls, but oh well. Yeah, it seems okay. Is someone really running 4 firebombs? Well then, I guess that's the easiest way to go give someone free glory. That's pretty funny. We get all the free event gems and all the free glory. I mean, not glory, all the free, well, I guess we're technically getting glory as well, but all the free event gems, I meant to say. Let's move that, take the red, explode once, and that's almost dead right there in one cast. Did we throw in Furnace? Sure, why not? There we go, and 1 Dragon Soul to kill them all. Oh, never mind, we don't have another dragon, he'll live with, never mind, 0 HP. He doesn't have immune to burning. The thing that's set on fire, that's already fired, does not have immune to burning. I always find that weird, when something completely consumed of fire doesn't really have immunity to it. Like Sunbird, I believe, is another one that doesn't have immune to fire, yet it's kind of already fire. I think the funniest is, doesn't Infernus also not have immune to fire? Yes. I always find it really odd when one of these can actually be ignited, because they're kind of already doing so. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for tonight. We will be back tomorrow night, and doing the normal 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have the Q&A soon. I believe they're going to be doing it on Tuesday, though they have not given an official date. It was originally going to be yesterday, then it was going to be changed to today, and now they changed it to we have no clue when we're going to do it. So hopefully they'll do it soon, so that we can go over all of the answers that they'll be answering, or all the questions that they'll be answering. There's been plenty of them posted. Oh yeah, let me go give a link to that too if you want to go post your own. I think they already gathered most of the questions that they're going to be doing for it. But if it gets upvoted enough, they'll definitely go and answer it. Let me go get the thread real quick. But yeah, here's the thread from earlier when it was posted. It was posted 3 days ago. But yeah, if you still have any questions that you want to ask them, go post them to that thread. And hopefully it will make it onto the Q&A stream. Also making it for the Q&A stream whenever they plan on actually doing it. If you do it specifically in the chat, they might also answer it then. And they'll normally bring on people like Suri and Nimhane and stuff like that, who are some of the main developers of the game. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you all have a wonderful holiday, and we'll be back tomorrow night. Goodbye, everyone. And hopefully we'll fix the mic as well.